cannot compromise how we live our lives. Amen. Only 2 or 3 of y'all agree. We spend compromising. Yes, sir. We compromise to go along and to get along. Amen. Who are godly, who have been blessed by the Father, must always stay on the positive side of things. And we must walk in the counsel of God, because he blesses those who don't hang out with the ungodly, nor stands in the pathway of sinners, nor sit at the seat and not for that which is wrong. Because we know that in this life that we live, that evil is always working to subdue us and to remove us from the place of being blessed. There's a story, there's a fable, there's a story, was flying around and saw a fisherman on the wharf fishing. And the fisherman had a can of plump, juicy worms. And the bird deterred itself and went and flew and sat next to the man. And say, sir, I will go get you a fish if you will allow me to eat one of them worms. The man said to the bird, well, if you give me a feather, I will allow you to eat the worm. And the bird said, yes, I'll be willing to give up a feather for a worm. Well, day after day, the bird would fly and come and sit on the wharf, who had a nice can of juicy fat worms. And every day the bird gave up a feather for a worm. Then one day the bird decided to flap his wings and couldn't flap his wings because it gave up all of its feathers for a worm. I'm talking about somebody up in here. Stuff might look easy. Stuff might look good. But everything that's easy and everything that is good ain't good for you. We need to stop making unwise spiritual decisions. Because when we make unwise decisions, it affects us spiritually. I'm in here all by myself. But we slowly, until we come down to the end of the road and we find ourselves in a place we never intended to be. That's why the psalmist says we need to resist even the slightest temptation. Word in the Beatitudes that describe a state of being. To be blessed means to be happy. Amen. You know, blessed are the poor in spirit, happy are the poor in spirit. Here the psalmist says, happy is a person who does not God. He does not stand with sinners, nor does he sit with the scornful. From walking to standing to sitting. Let me do it one more time. We go from what? Walking to standing to sitting. Jump into sin. Then you stand alongside sin. And then you sure enough get comfortable and you just plop it down. Some of us have gotten ourselves into some situations because we were walking with folk. And no, we hadn't had no business walking with them in the first place. But we thought we would be able to change them. And then we started walking with them. And while we were walking with them, we started listening to them. And we started believing what they were believing. And then we started sitting down with them, engaging with him. I'm in here all by myself. He was lingering. He had moved from living outside the city to moving inside the city. But they started doing something short, mini, micro, mini skirts and bend down, and their eyes go. I'm in here all by myself. Sisters, you see these young men take off their shirts, got all the Lord. And on his law, he meditates day and night. The reason why we have the problems that we have is because we do not spend time in the Word. I mean, you know, your pastor, when you go into your places and spaces in life, we have to meditate, say meditate, on the Word of